Eventually, we go into a Ruination move. Yep, Ruination move. Sad times, but must be said, much sad time. Part of me is honestly just considering throwing this out, just so that we just get a board full of monkeys and attack forward, and then they each do 1 damage as well into the enemy nexus. So, boom! They did this. Look at that! Just the insanity of the phase just ruinated. Hello, Gomez here for the LAN Up channel again. Another deck for you today. This one is definitely along the meme thing. It is to do with the new Powder Pandemonium card. Let's get into this. So the deck is called Plunder Powder. I wanted to make a deck which involved a lot of plunder that was going to work with the fact, because obviously the new card, if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, is Powder Pandemonium, which is summon a powder monkey and give random enemies vulnerable this round for each time that you've activated the plunder mechanic. So what that does is that gives you a powder monkey and makes a random target vulnerable for each time you've plundered, so you can get a lot of powder monkeys through doing this. It's a lot of fun, and this is definitely potentially not the best way of using this deck. I just really wanted to make a one that uses as much plunder as possible, so that's why you'll see that this is in Freljord. I also wanted to do the combination of throwing Troll Gifts, which is a regeneration card, on top of Monkey Idol, just to keep the monkeys coming. That's its whole purpose, and then allowing you basically to hit plunder every single turn with those monkeys. So let's get into like a few things. So we've got activators for plunder, we've got our Jagged Butcher, we've got another activator for plunder, bit of draw going in here. Jagged Taskmaster is so good, potentially even could go up to a 3 of, because the idea here is it gives all 1 costs +1, so that does help with Jagged Butcher. But what also is good is that when it comes to Monkey Idol, that then goes up to a 3/1 or a 4/1 if you do both of these. So I said potentially you could actually even run a 3rd one of these, which is Jagged Taskmasters. It also means that once you play Powder Pandemonium, all those monkeys are going to have whatever stat boost that is. So yet again, going from there, shared spells, bit of draw, bit of buff, but also works off of plunder. We've got like a troll chance just to help you get through a few things, troll gifts just to help you get through a few things. So basically the idea of that is putting that on top of Monkey Idol, but it could also be put on top of Gangplank, or even like a Soloist or Riptide Rex, depending on the situation. It's mostly going to be used on top of Gangplank or Monkey Idol is the idea of Troll Gifts, but it's situational, right? Depends on what it is at this moment in time that's going on, or if you've managed to buff somebody up a few times with that. You know what I mean? It's one of the things where literally you've got to take each case as it is. The games that you will be seeing were all streamed. I made this deck on stream and edited about a little bit, so the games might have slightly different versions where little cards were changed, but it's all the fun about seeing how this deck ran with all those plunder things that are going on, as well as the fact obviously we've got Twisted in there for draw, we've got draw cards coming in here, we've got draw cards coming in here, and we've also got like a draw card there. It does seem to make sense to run Twisted, mostly as well because he's a really good utility, whether or not you need to use that red card, whether or not you need to use that yellow card for a stun, or even blue card for draw. It just seemed to make too much sense to not have with Twisted Fate in this deck with Gangplank. We have got the Wolf Rider to help ramp you up, which is going to help get you either towards playing Gangplank sooner or playing which is Smooth Soloist, or even Riptide Rex. Bearing in mind that once Soloist is played, everything becomes a lot cheaper and options become open. There is a lot of 2-ofs in this deck, so potentially, like I said, in terms of refinement, this deck definitely could maybe see 1 or 2 things cut to bolster its units a little bit more. So if you wanted to maybe, like I said, add another Jagged Taskmaster or add another Black Market Merchant, like, you know, we could definitely see cuts with maybe, which I don't like. See, I could say smooth soloist, but I honestly do like a smooth soloist in this deck. It presents elusive damage, as well as the fact that obviously it lessens the cost of everything. And I really want to keep a Riptide Rex in this deck, so that's what I mean by that. You could potentially take rid of the Wolf Rider, but that extra, which it mana crystal, can sometimes get you through. You will see that there is actually no Dreadway. Dreadway did start off in this deck, and I ended up having to cut it because I just felt like it was a little bit too late game, and sometimes it was like in my hand and I couldn't use it, but like my opponent was throwing other things at it, so I had to basically decide, you know what, I'm going to get rid of it at the time being. But it could see its way back in. As I said, this is always about experimentation, like trying to work out what works and what doesn't work. I was running this deck, it was a lot of fun, and just those powder monkeys coming out of nowhere definitely was a lot of fun. I don't say this is the best deck for it, but it was a really fun deck to run with the powder monkeys in terms of Plunder Powder. So please let me know what you think down in the comments down below, as well as the fact, obviously, if you run this deck, let me know how it goes. If you make any changes, let me know what changes you make. There is also shameless plug time, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. If you want to come catch this action live, I do stream on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, all UK time on there, as well as that there's the Discord link down below if you want to join the Discord and like have a good chat and whatnot in there. I always look forward to like hearing back from you guys and talking through different strategies and whatnot with you guys. Honestly, it's a lot of fun to do. Also, there is the link to the merchandise. Like I said, I hired a graphic artist to make ideas that were in my head come true on t-shirts. So if you want to have a look at those, don't feel obliged to have to buy any of them or whatnot. Just if you like the look of it and go, oh, I could see myself wearing that, maybe consider it, but do not feel forced. I don't want anyone to feel forced or pressured into purchasing anything. It's just that I really want to see Legends of Runeterra merchandise, and so I was just like, you know, these are ideas that I have, let's make it happen, because these are things that I would wear. And indeed, I have bought all the t-shirts which are on there, and I will be wearing them periodically because of the fact that I just enjoy it so much that I want to wear them. So let me know let me know what you think about the designs as well in the comment section down below, because honestly, again, I just love hearing feedback from you guys. Anything, it's all good. The support that I've been getting on YouTube and on Twitch is amazing, so honestly, thank you all so much. The support is genuinely just crazy. I do have my goal, as I said, for the end of the year to now hit 5,000 followers on both Twitch and YouTube, but we'll see how that goes. But honestly, thank you all, and let's see how this deck did in a couple of matchups while streaming. I mean, of course, a gluttony deck. So much plunder. We haven't even got to see our card. Right. I'm just going to throw this out because I just want to immediately get that. So there could be a frostbite. But it was very doubtful. And then I just want to activate this. This now means that all of these are going to be like free ones. Or is it? Yeah, it's just plus in the attack. It doesn't do anything to health stat. So, oh yes, the combo. Okay, that's fine. We let him have that. Because you know what? It means no worries for the rest of your days. I mean, admittedly, vengeance and ruination are still problems, but they're problems I will deal with in the future. Because right now, I've got the ability to just throw down immediate damage, and then go into. It depends on what. All right, yeah, that's, you know what? That's fine. That still gets damage in. I will live with that decision. I kind of want to see what I get through this first, because we want to. For a price. Okay, one rekindler off of our opponent, and now we throw troll gifts on top of this. Basically, just so that just keeps regenerating itself and then doing damage to itself, and so you can give me all the mathematics you want. But the fact that now means that it should regenerate to do damage to itself, so that just means continuous monkeys. That's the plan here. That's my secret plan. Of course, you know. We passed the turn, so what we could do is we could throw Twisted Fate out into red card. We're potentially in vengeance territory. I'd prefer just to wait. In all honesty, I don't mind waiting on that move. Throw you forward again. We just need to continuously just keep threatening that damage. That's now become what this deck is now. It's just continuously threatening that damage. We can throw this out to at least get a little bit more plunder. We could actually throw, because I mean we actually do have now a move that works with that, right? So we wait. Big waste of mana in a manner of speaking, but at the same point, like we're getting this up. Right, so throw you in front of this. Could actually throw you in front of this so that, yeah, sure, you die, but then we throw Twisted Fate red card out. There could be a Ruination move. I just want to point out, Ruination card is big. We've also just leveled Gangplank. Ruination card is big, but even if they use a Ruination, we do have the ability of using Rekindler. So, Ruination into Rekindler. Absolutely fine. Ruination. Ooh, no. Alright, so the question becomes, who's more important to me? The monkey who keeps regenerating? Oh, no, the monkey who keeps regenerating. The monkey who keeps regenerating is more important to me. I can bring you back with this. That's... I can bring you back. It's harder to bring you back. So, I mean, I have got another one in hand, but with regeneration... Of course. So, we basically forced our opponent to use like lots of resource just to get rid of one monkey idol. I can live with that. And top decking this. So what we could do is we could throw this out, which gives us 3 monkeys, but potentially we go into a Ruination move. Yep, Ruination move. Sad times, but must be said, much sad time. Part of me is honestly just considering throwing this out just so that we just get a board full of monkeys and attack forward, and then they each do 1 damage as well into the enemy nexus. So boom, they did this. Look at that, just the insanity of the phase just ruinated, and we've just still done so much damage. It was like, you know what, fine, ruinate this board, I don't mind. That's actually worked out quite nicely for us in the end. And so potential another Ruination move could come out of our opponent here. Do we bait it by playing this? I feel like I bait it by playing this move, because this basically means you have to do something about this. That in my head it's like, you have to do something about this. You can't just let this be. So, ooh. She's still not leveled yet. So we could throw Gangplank in front of the Rekindler, but I feel like I just leave it. We immediately go forward into an attack. And then if we summon all of those monkeys, then we're in an okay spot, right? So, explosives primed! When you get the ability to Dreadway, we immediately do this move for. Actually, do we throw? You know when like there's the greedy move. There's the greedy move. There's the good move. There's the greedy move, and there's the Hoodafoodahoo's move. You know what? We go greedy. If our opponent throws down a Ruination, we just throw more of these out, and we're in. Yet again, we're still in an okay spot. So even if Ruination hits, which I said is sad times, I thought it could happen. We went greedy, but we still throw these out, and that is pretty much GG, right? Because literally these monkeys just do exactly the same. They could throw the egg in front of one of them, but the damage which is coming off of them anyway. I mean, I don't think there's a heal move that gets them past this, so I'll take that. But wait, have I just... I mean, yeah. I mean, I could have grabbed the egg, but at this point, it didn't really matter. Some cards are removed from expeditions, I think, if you have them. Yeah, so if you had the card, so I could get up the patch notes and show you, but basically some cards are removed and some cards are put in. Potentially, if you had that card in your deck, it would make sense that it would like shut it down, right? So maybe it keeps the. I haven't actually checked because I don't actually know whether or not my expedition is still going, but maybe that's the reason why. Right? So we could throw you. A big part of me kind of wants to have you instead. I mean, we've got like 2 of these. I'm going to see what my opponent plays, right? So they're playing the standard Ez Draven. Standard Ezreal Draven deck. I think probably kind of just wants to play Mystic, which is like, so the question is, do we do this, or do I just take forward? You know, this is very risky for me to do at this point. Very risky for me to do. What I want to do is I actually want to activate, like, I want to activate this one. Like, I feel like it's important to me to want to activate that. So I took a lot of damage, and like, 'cause what you need to remember is our opponent is running a very targety deck. So if we play Twisted Fate, he basically just dies immediately. This one's got somewhat of a better stat line that can survive, and we could also throw in a shared spoils as well as additional plunder. So yeah, that's what I mean. Like, no matter what we would have played, there was always counter to it, if you understand what I mean. So that's why I kind of wanted to keep Twisted back at the time being. They still get 8 damage on us. They still get 8 damage on us, which is a lot of damage. A lot of damage coming out of our opponent right now. So
the party has
we could throw this down as defense right now, because literally it would give us 2 units that would be able to defend against what we've got going on. Our other decisions are potentially throwing you out with yellow card. Could get immediately mysticked. So the question is, like, do we go yellow card, or do we just throw Gangplank out himself? Gangplank, it's not the best plan, because kind of he's not leveled right now. So I'm actually going to go yellow card. I'm going to go with yellow card. I want to lessen the damage which is coming at me right now. That's the thing. I want to lessen that. So potential Mystic Shot. If Mystic Shot comes out, warning shot into... Yep. I assumed that was going to come for me. So warning shot into Black Market Merchant, just so that I've still got something to defend myself, get a little bit of a nab going, and it allows me to get another plunder mechanic going into these. So
let's do this.
It's a shame. I was hoping I was going to be able to get you out, but obviously, yeah, that is the way that works. So throw you out.
Treasures of the ages.
We could actually... Oh, that gives me a little bit more defense on the board. That does give me a little bit more defense on the board. So Troll Chant. By doing this, it allows us to trade off with at least this on the board, and at least do damage into the others. My main problem with this move is the fact that obviously we haven't used a Jagged Butcher yet, so Jagged Butcher hasn't got up the cost of also got up the damage of these. Not Jagged Butcher, Jagged Taskmaster. Just because banter and yes. Right, so we don't get an immediate, like, a trade-off type thing, but this still kind of works. We actually still have multiple targets that we throw out here. We could even throw down Monkey Idol, which would give us a little bit of defense. Monkey Idol is harder to counter in terms of the fact that basically if I throw this out, Mystic Shot could still... Okay, right, so we stop his Ezreal. I mean, I say we stop his Ezreal. He's got axes. He actually this doesn't stop Ezreal at all, because the axes mean that he can still get a thing. We want to leave that, of course. Yeah, they literally wanted to make sure that was dying, but it meant inputting 2 resources into something rather than 1. We can still use this, and even if I wanted to, Fortune Croaker. So we just throw this in front of there. Axes go onto Ezreal in order to force out, which it's a Mystic Shot. Potential Farron drop next turn as well. So Farron potentially drops next turn. Farron, I mean, to be fair, I don't mind. I mean, the craziness is, so he goes for the level. He's going for the level right now. Because at this point, why not go for... I mean, potentially, he has another Draven in hand. So, I'm guessing I'm about to see another Draven in hand. He then gets this attack and then... Okay, no, maybe not. I was honestly expecting the Whirling Axes. Can you pet the doggo? Oh, Wicked Baker, my girlfriend. She's in here. She said that she wanted to come in to watch me pet the doggo. Hello, no, where are we going? Okay, so... We could throw Gangplank out. Potential Thermal Beam. I feel like I take that. There's potential Thermal Beam chance. Maybe I should have gone with the risk. I should have taken the risk. The problem is if I played this, I could kill Draven. So here's the thing. Oh, so of course it's still his sunny guy. So we could make vulnerable. Right. So if we play this, we get enough spaces on the field. Yeah, I feel like we play this, go into an attack, and then play Gangplank potentially, or actually play you. It makes more sense, right? Adorable, thank you. No way, he's a good little doggo. He's the bestest doggo. Hello, look at you with your little smiley face things. There it is. Bone, take it. Right. So we go with potential Whirling Axe. Potential Whirling Axe play comes out of our opponent here. Oh, it's not actually, so it didn't actually hit Ezreal. Okay, yeah, because it's obviously, it's only 3 units, so it's only 3 things that we get. So, Whirling Axe, yep. Makes sense. Makes sense that Draven would do this. If we Troll Chant, I mean, the problem is obviously, either way, the axes are going and he's getting the target in. So either way, Ezreal's leveling, right? But if we do this, making you go up to 3 health, I mean, then they just use the axe, right? They use the axe to get past this, is what I'm thinking in my head. So, even though I can do this on top of this, it forces, if I can force the axe out now, so I force this axe out, it forces them to remove whatever card this is. So, if that card is Farron, I'm forcing my opponent to have to, okay, it was a, I'm forcing my opponent to have to remove it. Okay, so, I will admit, it's not the best. I will admit it's not the best. They get all these abilities to do significantly more damage into me. I need to hope I steal something from them. What do you think about Viktor Zoe deck? I've seen the Aphelios Viktor deck is definitely looking a lot more interesting. Culling Strike. The ability now to at least remove this Ezreal from the field of play. I still have this guy with Overwhelm, but Ezreal is without a doubt probably my worst case situation right now. Obviously, I could kill this to stop the axes from being made, but I honestly, Ezreal's just working off of those axes. I need to remove him from this field of play right now. So stealing that was actually quite nice. So he didn't want to axe the axe. He didn't want to ask me a few questions. Okay, draw. Do not find Ezreal. Do not find Ezreal right now. I wait, because that could still be thermal. I wait, because that could still be what? Stop with this draw! Ezreal's still free cost. I wait. I still wait. And I wait. Okay. Trade. Might as well, I feel like I trade through literally everything here, and then throw Gangplank out. This now means this is the turning point. So Ezreal Draven, very established meta deck. I mean, I say that, it depends on what this card is, right? But very established meta deck. We go for this. We have potential abilities right now that are really going to help us out. So we go. We've got literally, it is literally both of us are now top decking. I mean, okay, that's a slightly unfair top deck. Good day, sir. Stop it. I said stop it. Stop this advantage here. Okay, so he's just trying to calm down the damage, which is coming while also getting draw. So we still get the keg, which allows us to trade and literally remove. So we go with an open. We go with an open because we have to, and that plunder at least gives us draw. So we do this. We have to. Potential Farron drops, but I've got at this point I have nothing else left. I have to go. I have to go big or go home at this point. So boom, boom, boom. Just everything dies. Everything dies. We focus that damage in. Okay. Plunder. Farron, I assumed I might see you. I mean, right. If we do... Right, here's the plan. If we do this now, we then get keg, which then means warning shot death. So if we do this move now, it then means we get the watch it. So GG. We then get Keg, which means immediate death. It's all working out, don't you worry. As much as your Billy Big Bollocks move is a Billy Big Bollocks move, of which is very scary, and I'm honest to God, trying to find answers. Trying to find answers. It's too late for you now. It's too late for you. Accept your death. Good day, sir. I said good day! So that's it. It's all good. That is actually a really good meta deck as well. Ez Draven, really prominent meta deck, so it's quite nice that we were able to beat that. Okay, here we go. This is it again. This is a really good combination. This is a really good combination, these two guys together. It basically makes the moon weapons cost 0. And moon weapons costing 0 is very powerful. It's a very powerful effect. So, yet again, I get rid of troll gifts to get the thing I wanted to put the troll gifts on top of. Okay. We go forward. We go forward. The idea here is that, like, at least we're getting damage in, and I wanted to have a unit, stated unit on there. So plunder everywhere and not a drop to drink. Throw you on top of this. We might as well get some draw going. Right now, there we go. Right, the move. We have the move. We have the move. And as long as I have the move, we have everything we need right here. So, Monkey Idol into troll gifts. It's just such. It's the whole point. It's the banter part of this deck that literally just means that monkeys for days. Monkeys for days. We could parlay this, and parlaying this is probably the better move to stop them from creating cards that to slow down that Viktor. So I'm not gonna lie, the better move is probably to do that, but I need to also be working, like, Gangplank is so close, of course. So 3 damage, he's gonna take the 3 damage into a unit, so he grabs the kill the Monkey Idol move. Why does nobody want me to have the fun? Why does nobody want me to have the troll gifts fun with this? So, immediate that, we throw in parlay just to stop the creation, so that we're slowing Viktor down. By doing this, we're just trying to slow Viktor down, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie though, I honestly think he's taken the deal 3 damage card. Yep. Oh, when we just had the move to troll gifts this. How dare you? But it does make sense. I'd be lying if I said that that move didn't 100% make sense, and you definitely should do that move. So, it's upsetting. It's upsetting, but I know it made sense that our opponent does that. We immediately go forward. We immediately go forward with everything we've got. We want to be basically like pressuring our opponent, throwing in that plunder. We've got a draw card. We've basically near enough leveled to finish. If he did block, we would have had the ability to parlay. What's up? Ooh. I guess I take the removing the moon weapon part of this plan away from you. Because obviously otherwise they just keep creating moon weapons and they just get more and more devastated, and I do nothing but cry and hate the situation. So by doing this, it just means that we then parlay you off the field, and the moon weapons are less of an issue. Boom. Gangplank is basically leveled as well. This is where this all comes into play. Gangplank is basically leveled. We have the ability to throw out loads of monkey men. Could even just throw you out right now, because you know what? At this point, sod it. We have the ability to parlay on top of this. Our opponent has the ability to get themselves past this, but we do have a warning shot as the backup move. Basically, they could throw down Power Cascade or do that. Either way, but luckily enough, we have got the other move off, so we definitely know that Gangplank is leveling. So we just wanted to make sure that that was a thing. It's all good. But Ice Boy, how you doing, by the way? Ice Boy, my friend, how is life treating you? How is Legends of Runeterra? How is the new cards just going in general, my friend? How is right? So that's quite big. That's quite big. I don't mind it. I honestly don't mind this because literally, like, next turn when it goes into my attack turn, we just go forward. We just go forward because why wouldn't we? At this point, why wouldn't we just go forward right now, trying to force our opponent to have to do something? I know that we're maybe putting Twisted at risk, but even putting Twisted at risk right now, I honestly wouldn't mind it. He's still dead. Still dead. Gotta do a little bit more than that, Yugi. Gotta do a little bit more. Okay, rummage. Rummage, 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 rummage. There we go. So, that, I mean, it's basically GG at this point, right? At this point, it is basically GG. What is this? Hello, who this? Okay, killing that keg just to stop that damage from going in. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It slows down what we had going for us, but at the same point, they are basically, like, you know, really close to death. We can steal a card from them. Imagine if we steal Mystic. Heart of the cards from my opponent. Steal his Mystic shot. Heart of the cards from my opponent. Steal their Mystic. I'm going to throw that on top of. I feel, because I just feel like just getting his health continuously back up again. There's certain things in there that they could do that could do free damage very easily. So we just want to make sure that we're keeping Gangplank in. Ooh, I mean, that's death. That's death. So we parlayed their core. We parlayed their core, and basically we're forcing all removal onto the keg. But then even if we go into next turn, so we can't do anything about the spell going on. But that's just GG. Shadow Moat. GG. Because they need to basically be stopping that. Boom. Even if they did, we had the attack forward next turn. See, look, this deck can work. It's not done what I've wanted to show you guys in terms of the Pandemonium. I think we've only had the Pandemonium go up once or twice. So that was the Plunder Powder deck. It is honestly a lot of fun. I think it needs refinement, but it's a really funny deck to play, and the amount of monkeys that you end up getting is insane. I feel like I might end up playing this in Shadow Isles and seeing what I can make in Shadow Isles. I honestly think that Bilgewater Shadow Isles is probably the better way of running this deck, because running it with Prankster slash Neverglade Collector and having those things dying but also giving you health or just damage, as well as the fact that it's damage already going into the core, additional damage into the core, I could see it definitely being a thing. So I will look into doing that, and I'll let you know. You'll probably see another video about that in the future, but I'm literally just trying to try all of the cards out, see what they're like, and see what I can do with them. So hopefully see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you did, why not consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed. There is also, as I said, these games that you saw were streamed live on Twitch, so I'm live on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, as well as the fact there's the Discord link down below and the merch link if you want to see merchandise like this and like I want to have a look at it. But don't feel obliged to make any purchases. It's just the options for you. All of the things. Anyway, thank you all so much for the support. I hope you have a fantastic day, and until next time, bye.
Flash of brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.